I'm back. So, yeah, so when I'm analyzing my approach, um, also speaking with him personally, um, I always had a thing for ethics and just being ethical and handling a situation, what's right versus what's wrong, or handling a situation based off of favoritism, biasm, any of those things. I just feel like anything that is morally right should be done. Um, and that's it. Even if it affects some people, even if it affects me in a way. But what's right is right. And you can't, there's no gray area in between what's right and what's wrong. It's either this way or that way. It's either black or white. Um, and it helps me to understand, like, no matter where I'm placed, peers, even if I'm out with peers, even if I'm out with my colleagues, even if I'm out with my manager, my boss, and my workplace, or whatever it is, I have to always choose to be ethical and make the right decisions. I can't be inconsistent with that. So when we did the 3 apples, my 3 apples were leadership, diversity, and ethics. I remember earlier speaking to Lonnie. I told him that I had a passion for ethics, and I want to speak to organizations about how important it is to be ethical and the effects that it has on leadership, management, and those within the organization, and how it can affect them in a good way and a bad way if ethics is not taken, if they're not held accountable about having ethical behavior. And he spoke to me and he said, no one wants to talk about ethics, especially within the organization, because so much goes wrong and they turn a blind eye to it. And I said, I know, that's why I have a passion for it. That's why I want to do it. And he said, but you will never get in like that. The easiest way to slide in to talk about ethics is to talk about organizational culture. And I'm thinking like, I never thought of it like that. And then I asked him, I said, ain't this like basically the same thing but not the same thing? And he said yes. Organizational culture is more of a sensible topic to talk about versus, hey, I'm coming to talk about ethics. And then everyone gets scared because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people not modeling good behavior within the workplace. But yeah, those were some interesting takeaways that I had speaking to Lonnie. Back to my 3 apples. My 3 apples, once again, was leadership, diversity, and ethics. I chose leadership because I believe that I am a leader. I am someone who the youth look up to, someone who my peers look up to, someone who my family looks up to, someone who just hold that leadership mentality, and just I'm a person who models good behavior. Sometimes I'm not always perfect. I have made a lot of mistakes that had led me to taking a responsibility to be a better person and to be a better leader. And I came a long way to realize this. And since then, I made a good decision, and just to be a leader and just model good behavior while enjoying life. A lot of people believe that if you're a leader, or a lot of people in my environment believe that when you're doing the right thing, it's boring. You're uppity, you're this, you're that. But the way I model it is just being myself, but at the same time making better decisions for myself and those around me. Because he did. It's crazy because Lonnie did say this. He said, what you hold within you is, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but what you hold within you and you share with someone else, it's going to continue to pass along through those people because of the connection that they have with you, and then it's going to connect with someone else. So it's always going to brush off on someone. And what my thing is, I really want to change people's behavior patterns. I want to be able to help people become better leaders. I want to help people be able to seek who they really are. I want people to see things from a different perspective. And a lot of times different perspectives come from changing their environment. So I'm really big on certain environments, you get the most out of people. In certain environments, you get the least out of people. I'm really big on environment settings. So, yeah. And the fact that I was able to see both sides, it kind of shaped me and helped me become a better person, because I went to a predominantly white school, a Nazarene school, up in Boston, where I didn't know anybody. I'm going to school with all these white people, and they're preaching their culture, and I'm just coming in as me, with not as much structure around me, or not as much grooming to be who I am today, basically. I was coming in raw and just me. I come from an area where, I come from the ghetto. I came from the hood. Like, that's who I am. Never hide it. I let it show. And there, I think it was too blunt for them. And it scared them, but they liked it. So, yeah. And coming from the hood and then going to upstate, like going to Boston in Massachusetts, living in one of the richest towns,